I'm Tom Brokaw, NBC News, New York. 200 federal agents slipped into Everglades City, Florida during the night and began making drug arrests today. The agents consider Everglades City a center for the illegal drug trade in that part of the country. But as Mary Nissenson reports tonight, some residents there consider smuggling a way of life.
The arrests began shortly before sunrise. By midday today, 23 people were taken into custody. Hundreds of law enforcement officers had set up a blockade around Everglades City. The Drug Enforcement Administration says this community of 700 people is the hub of an international marijuana smuggling ring, that boatmen here unloaded drugs from mother vessels and helped distribute them throughout the country. Over the past 2 years, drug agents have made more than 100 arrests and over $140 million in drug seizures in this area.
It was a very difficult operation in that Everglades City and the surrounding communities represent a very close-knit community.
Some in that close-knit community welcomed the investigation, saying they hope Everglades City can return to being a quiet fishing village. But many townspeople in Everglades City say smuggling will continue despite today's crackdown, that it is simply a way of life here. As one woman put it, if you don't want to know or be friends with smugglers, your best bet is move elsewhere. And many say that while they don't condone smuggling, they don't condemn it either.
We don't have shoot-'em-ups over drugs or gangland killings or anything like that. Like I said, they're breaking the law, but they're not violent criminals.
No, your next-door neighbors, the people you were born and raised with, and they're just typical American people.
But even residents who disapprove estimate that 1 out of every 3 people here make their living smuggling, and they wonder what will be left of their town if law enforcement efforts continue to be successful. Mary Nissenson, NBC News, Everglades City, Florida.
Good evening. This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting. Now about a Florida fishing community where Steve Croft reports the local economy went to pot and where police sealed off the whole town today to put a stop to it.
By 5:30 this morning, a police roadblock had cut the only highway into town, and Everglades City was swarming with hundreds of federal agents and sheriff's deputies. They had infiltrated the small fishing village to surprise 24 marijuana smugglers, and that in turn surprised a lot of other people.
Nobody went to jail for that. That's just everyday life here.
It became part of everyday life when the federal government began phasing out commercial fishing in Everglades National Park. It was suggested that people find alternate sources of income, and they did. Nearly 500,000 pounds of marijuana have been seized in the area since the undercover operation began 2 years ago.
Just everybody broke, needed some money, and they all figured one time and all quit.
But they didn't quit. The houses got remodeled, the crab boats got radar, and Everglades City flourished.
This town is nice. It is nice. If there is any drug traffic here, all I can say is it's helped this place.
Everyone knew it was going on. A lot of people didn't like it. But this is not the kind of a place where you turn in your neighbor. It's the kind of place where people have always done what they had to do to get by. In virtually every family in this town of 600, at one time or another, there's been an alligator poacher, a moonshiner, or a rum runner. Smuggling along the secret bayous and mangrove islands has been a craft handed down from generation to generation.
It is a small community. Most of the people are related in some way. It was just that type of a close-knit community that created the problem.
More than 200 people have been indicted since the federal government moved its agents in 1981. Today's roster included a former sheriff's deputy and a former state Supreme Court justice who's still at large.
It won't change anything. It'll just be more money in it, I guess. Price will go up.
So might the price of seafood. This afternoon, the Drug Enforcement Agency was directing a flotilla of confiscated fishing boats towards Naples.
Don't get them back before stone crab season opens. It's going to affect a lot bad.
But this village has faced hard times before. And even if it means going back to stretching mullet nets and scraping crab cages, people here have always managed to scrape by. Steve Croft, CBS News, Everglades City, Florida.
From ABC News, this is World News Tonight. Reporting from Washington, Peter Jennings.
Good evening. The subject is drugs. In the last year, approximately 1 in every 5 Americans has used either marijuana, cocaine, heroin, or other drugs such as Quaaludes. Those figures come from the National Institute of Drug Abuse, and it is one indication of how widespread this country's drug problem is. It is a subject of major concern for the government, and today, in one of those dramatic and telling incidents, the government tried to do something about it. In Everglades City, on the southwest coast of Florida, here is ABC's Mark Potter.
Before the sun rose over the Florida Everglades this morning, federal agents and local police quietly surrounded Everglades City, stopping all cars going in and out. Then at 5:30 a.m., while most of the 500 citizens were still asleep, the police moved in and arrested 28 townspeople and nearby residents on marijuana smuggling charges. The arrest stemmed from a 2-year undercover investigation that led to 149 earlier arrests and the seizure of nearly 500,000 pounds of marijuana. Today, police also confiscated airplanes and fishing boats they say were used in a wide-open smuggling trade that involved residents of all ages.
You got parents, grandparents, you got the kids involved.
On the surface, Everglades City looks like any other small fishing village. The neighbors are friendly and the religion fundamentalist. But police say there's another side to the town that earns it the nickname, the Last Frontier. During Prohibition, many residents smuggled whiskey. Now police say the town's sleepy daytime appearance gives way at night to a bustling illegal drug trade, where many of the fishing boats, including this one, have been used to haul marijuana bales through the islands and overgrown waterways that surround the town. For the residents, it's been an open secret. Longtime residents say recent increases here in fancy trucks and cars, gold jewelry, and new houses are due to illegal drug money.
From a strictly an economical standpoint of view, the city's in better shape.
Many people in Everglades City, however, still are appalled by the marijuana business. And while they're reluctant to turn in their neighbors, they fear the drug trade corrupts the town youth.
Teenagers, they've idled these people. They see these fancy cars and gold pennants, and that's what they want.
Police say Everglades City is only one of many small coastal towns involved in the marijuana business. But because the haulers here were so flagrant, even to the point of taunting the police, this is where the investigators concentrated. Mark Potter, ABC News, Everglades City, Florida.